I want to introduce you to an inspiring young woman who is both a Red Lion High School Student Council representative and a Four Diamonds childhood cancer survivor. Please welcome Rylee Dorr.
Can everybody hear me okay? We're gonna put it up a little bit. I'm a little tall. Okay. Good morning, everyone. How are we doing today? Good? How was the conference? I feel like you have a little bit more energy left. Let's hear it again. How was the conference? Good, good. All right, first of all, I wanted to introduce myself. My name is Rylee Dorr. I am a representative of Red Lion's Senior High Student Council. Where are you at? There we go, all right. I wanted to thank Kristen for giving me this opportunity to be here. I've spoken at nationals thanks to her. I don't know how many of you have attended nationals, but I was there. I've traveled to charity galas to speak to adults about why they should donate to Four Diamonds. So basically what I do is just travel around, tell my story, and ask people to join our great cause. It's stated that after accidents, cancer is the leading cause of death in children ages 1 to 14. And an estimated 10,590 children will be diagnosed with cancer this year. In smaller terms, that means 43 children are diagnosed every day in the US. 9 of them will not survive, and those that do, the leftover 23, will experience at least one late side effect that comes with battling cancer. These side effects include heart attack, stroke, infertility, learning disabilities, or vision and hearing loss. The average age a child is diagnosed with cancer is around the age of 6. On one average day, shortly after my 6th birthday, I began to develop signs of a chest cold, shortness of breath, and a cough. To my parents, it seemed like a normal chest cold. The shortness of breath and the cough were normal for anyone going into kindergarten. But they started to wonder why I was having such a hard time with breathing from just walking up a flight of steps. So my mom took me to the doctor. She explained the symptoms to my doctor, and I received a chest x-ray. The results of the x-ray would forever change our family's lives. I was diagnosed with stage 4 non-Hodgkin's T-cell lymphoma. Big words for a 6-year-old to hear, let me tell you. But let me share with you what I did understand. I understood that I had to get radiation daily from a giant machine that made a lot of noise, but it would help shrink the mass that I had blocking part of my heart. I remember having a plastic port implanted underneath my skin on my chest where they would push my medications through because I wasn't old enough to swallow pills. And I know that chemotherapy is designed to kill cancer, but for an enemy that large, it takes larger weapons. This particular weapon, chemotherapy, caused me to lose hair, first in clumps, and then altogether. My fingernails and toenails were so weak that they began to fall off. I remember being given pills to swallow but couldn't, so the nurses would crush them up and put them in applesauce or chocolate pudding, both of which I refused to eat for the rest of my childhood. All of that aside, spinal taps were the worst, and I got a lot of them. What a spinal tap is when they insert a needle into your spine to extract spinal fluid to make sure that the cancer hasn't spread. What was also really difficult for me was blood transfusions because it meant sitting still with a needle taped to your arm, which felt like for eternity. I recall my family having to wear masks to enter my room, which was scary. I know I saw more doctors and nurses than kids my own age, and I remember feeling stuck in that tiny room when only being able to see one parent at a time. 2 years of treatment, over 60 nights in the hospital, hundreds of doctor's appointments, half a dozen surgeries, and thousands of doses of chemo and other drugs. Those later side effects that I was talking about include kidney stones and shingles, both of which are pretty painful. Although I share this dark time with you, I want to shed some light on it. Four Diamonds was my light. My family met the most compassionate and skilled people we would have otherwise never met if it weren't for Four Diamonds. Four Diamonds covered my parents' portion of my hospital bills and medical treatments so that they could focus on spending time with me. They provided a music therapist whose visits I looked forward to, and a tutor who wouldn't let me fall behind in schoolwork so that I didn't have to repeat kindergarten, even though that's probably the best year of your schooling. To this day, I'm supported through the survivorship clinic and have met families like mine and realized I'm not alone. Four Diamonds lifted my family up and all of the others that I met. Although my experience with cancer appears to be dark, those challenges made me the leader I am today. The magnitude of Four Diamonds and its community is amazing and untouchable compared to any other organization I've ever been exposed to. Mini-THON is an integral part of that community. Today I stand before you as a survivor, 12 years cancer-free. Thank you. What if this 6-year-old was someone you knew? What if it was your next-door neighbor or your cousin? What if they weren't 6? What if they were 12 or 16 and a classmate or friend within your school? What if it's your 18 future self or your future child? Do you want Four Diamonds to be there to help you, to give you aid, to give you compassion, and help you get through such a dark time? They will be. They've provided unwavering support for families for almost 50 years. They're helping kids stuck in their hospital rooms by providing superior care and the right support at the right time, and they'll be ready if someone you love in the future is battling cancer. Four Diamonds relies on the support of leaders such as you and I. Will you step up? Will you add one more thing to the responsibilities that you already have? Would you rally your school to support Mini-THON? Would you start a Mini-THON if your school doesn't already have it? I hope so. I stand before you not because I want to be the center of the room or the center of attention, but because I was given the voice to give back, and I have been put in the position to be not only a Four Diamonds child, but also a student council representative. I've danced for my high school Mini-THONs for the past 4 years and will continue to support any way that I can. Although it was not easy getting to this point, I am now able to participate in school, sports, and clubs just as any other person. Thanks to Four Diamonds, I have completed my 6th season of Red Lion Girls Volleyball. Thanks to Four Diamonds, I will be able to be a student leader for my school and continue into the 6th year of Red Lion Student Council. And because of Four Diamonds, I will be attending Penn State York in the fall to play volleyball and major in biology. Everything I've said is possible because of this amazing organization and people like you donating and participating in Mini-THON and just spreading knowledge on what Four Diamonds really is and how it affects people. I am lucky enough to be a success story, but there are still thousands of people being diagnosed and losing their battle to cancer each day. Cancer is not giving up, but luckily, neither are we. Because of Four Diamonds, more success stories like mine will be shared. And thanks to Four Diamonds, more battles will be won. Thank you.
Thank you, Rylee, for taking time to share your story with us and to be here today. Your story and what you have overcome is a testament to your will and perseverance. I'm sure many of you have heard this famous quote before by the great Wayne Gretzky, who was a professional hockey player. He said, "You miss 100% of the shots you don't take." Thank you, Rylee, for taking a shot at leadership, student council, and Mini-THON. You are changing lives with each person that your story reaches. Can we have another round of applause for Rylee? So this past August, Mini-THON revealed a record-breaking year, raising more than $7.2 million. And I want you to know that PASC member schools contributed greatly to that total and the success. and we are excited to reveal in just a few short minutes the total impact of the dollars that your member schools raised this past school year. So I'm going to invite some student volunteers to come up on stage to help me with this reveal. So as they're getting settled and getting ready, I'm going to ask the audience a couple questions. And if the answer to these questions is yes, I want you to stand and remain standing. So please stand if you serve on the planning committee for your school's Mini-THON. Please stand if you raised money or attended your school's Mini-THON. Please stand if you are inspired by Mini-THON and what it can bring to your school. And please stand if you want to be part of helping to conquer childhood cancer. I love that the entire audience is standing. That's amazing. So, are you ready to find out what PASC raised this year? Okay. Students, are you ready? Okay, the 2019 PASC Mini-THON total is $2,063,821.33. Come on, I want to hear you cheering for that. That's amazing. $2 million. Thank you, student volunteers. Thank you. Well, that is pretty incredible, and I hope that all of you are so proud of helping to make that number happen. And I want to thank you on behalf of 4 Diamonds for all that you've done for the kids.